All right, good afternoon to everyone. We hope all is in a good health. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Azrin, and I am from Swinburne University of Technology Sarawak campus. This webinar will only take 30 minutes of your time, so please bear with us, and if you have any question, do post it in a Q&A box, and we will address them during the Q&A session. As this is a live event, please pardon any technical disruptions. Joining us today is one of our experienced business lecturer from the School of Foundation of Swinburne Sarawak, Mr. James Loy. He will be sharing a topic on a serious business. Also with us today is Mr. Francis, the principal of Regent International School, Sungai Petani, Kedah. Before I pass on this session to Mr. James, it is my pleasure to share key information about Swinburne. Without further ado, let me share my screen with you. All right, our home ground campus in Melbourne is established in 1908, and the only international branch campus of Swinburne Melbourne in Sarawak established in 2000. Last year is marked our 20th anniversary in Sarawak. Swinburne Sarawak upgraded to university status in 2004, and it is joined on by Swinburne University Melbourne and the Sarawak government through the Sarawak Foundation. Last year, we partnered up with Regent International School to deliver a suite of foundations program in West Malaysia. The Swinburne's program delivered at Regent International Schools are Foundation Studies in Business and Foundation Studies in Science. Students who completed the SPM or equivalent qualification and meeting the minimum entry requirement for Swinburne's Foundations program can do 1 year Foundation Studies in Business. After the completion of the 1 year Foundation Studies in Business with Regent International School, in this case, you may pursue your degree studies with Swinburne Sarawak or Swinburne Australia in Arts Business Design degree program for 3 years. In Swinburne Sarawak, we offer you an affordable world-class Australian education. That means you pay our fee in Ringgit Malaysia, but at the end of your degree study, you earn international qualification. Students who completed the foundation study in business with Regent International School would be able to pursue their degree studies in business with Swinburne Sarawak in this course, such as business, major in accounting, accounting and finance, finance, international business, human resource management, management, marketing, management, and digital media. Students also can choose whether they want to do design and arts program in multimedia design as well as Bachelor of Design. Our program is recognized by professional bodies such as CPA Australia, ACCA, CMA, and also AACSB, and many more. As Swinburne students, we offer you international study options to enrich your students' university experience. Our students could complete a semester at Swinburne in Melbourne as an exchange student or transfer to complete your degree study entirely. We also provide opportunity for our students to do the exchange program with our partners university in China, Germany, India, and South Korea. We value our partnership with Regent International School, and therefore, Swinburne Sarawak offer rebate up to 20% on first year degree program to Swinburne's foundation study students at Regent International School to pursue your degree studies with Swinburne Sarawak next year. Please take note, the bursary is only applicable for top first 30 students. So if you're interested to join our degree program next year, you will be eligible. I highlight again, you will be eligible for 20% of the first year degree program. That's all from me. Thank you. Over to you, James.
Thank you, Azri. So I will be talking to you about what exactly does it mean to be studying business? Okay, so the question that a lot of students been asking us all these while when they inquire about studying business is, what exactly is business all about? Okay, so today I'm going to present to you what exactly does it mean by studying business. A lot of time, people think that, oh, you are either an art student or a science student. That's the typical experience of a Form 5 leaver. After SPM, the worldview for SPM student normally is you are either an art student or a science student. And business has always been classified as art. But is that really the case? Now, before we look at what exactly is business, I would like to raise a question. What do all these people that I'm about to show you have in common? I'm going to show you a series of photos of well-known people, and let's look at what do they have in common. Okay, Bill Gates, founder and technology advisor for Microsoft. Robert Kwok, a Malaysian, chairman of Shangri-La Hotels and Resort chain. He's known as the Sugar King, as well as King of Cooking Oil. He owns the world's biggest sugar refinery and biggest cooking oil empire. Kim Kardashian, which many of today's students would know. She's a TV personality, actress, and a model. Richard Branson, who founded the Virgin Group, owners of Virgin Airlines. Jack Ma, the founder and former executive chairman of Alibaba Group, one of the biggest tech guru in China. Tony Fernandez, Group CEO and Director of AirAsia, Chairman of Queen's Park Rangers, for those of you who watch football. Dr. Zeti, whose signature is on many of our banknotes because she was the former governor of Bank Negara. She is chairman of multiple companies. And also Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder of Facebook and internet entrepreneurs who make tons of money mining your data and my data. So what exactly do these people have in common? If you look at it, they are all from different backgrounds, different field, different expertise. But they have one thing in common. They are all very successful businessmen or businesswomen. So what exactly is business? No, it is not just if you can't do science, you go and do business. No, it's not just that. Okay, it is a huge field. So what exactly is business? There are a lot to unpack here. Business is a very broad term. It is it encompasses a wide range of things. For example, okay, accounting. Accounting. What exactly does accounting means? That is one of the possible pathway for students with a business degree. That is to go into a Bachelor of Business in Accounting, where you do record keeping, where you watch over the coming in and going out of finances of a company, where you project the budget for the company, where you help the company plan what do you do with the money that you have, and you project how much money you'll be earning, and you help the business, you help the company to plot their financial future. Then there is finance. Once you have the money, what do you do with the money? You can just leave it in the bank and let it grow interest of 1 or 2% a year, which is not even sufficient to match up to inflation. Or you can make the money grow by investing. But how do you invest? How do you, we talk about, we listen to the news all the time, and we hear things about stock market, foreign exchange, but what do all those things mean? People tell you that you need to make your money grow. How do you know whether it is safe to invest in a particular company or not? That is where the study of finance come in. And with Swinburne, you can, after your foundation, you can also go into a Bachelor of Business in Finance. So that is another potential pathway. Management is yet another possible pathway in business. Management, as the name suggests, it's all about managing. When you have a company, when you have a business, you need to be able to manage your resources. You may have all the money you need, you may have all the assets you need, but if you don't know how to run the business properly, if you don't know how to manage your asset properly and allocate your assets in the correct places at the right time, your business won't grow as well. And that's the study of management. And of course, there is the more specific management area of human resource management. One of the hardest things to control is human. In any business, assets you can buy, you can sell, you can get bank loans, but when it comes to running the business, you need humans. And that is one of the biggest challenges that businesses can have. And as we all experience, we have friends who would just say the wrong thing and put us off. And then there are people, another person can come along and tell you the exact same thing, but in a slightly different manner, and you feel really assured. Just as students, you probably have teachers who you really do not like simply because they come across as unfriendly. But another teacher may come across as really, really nice and really, really friendly, and you can really click with that teacher. And that's what we need in businesses as well. We need people to manage humans, to deal with human assets, to deal with staff members in the right manner, speak to them at the level that they understand. And that's what human resource management is all about. And then there's marketing. You may have good product, you may have good ideas, but how do you get people to come and buy your product? What makes McDonald's stand out compared to a roadside Ramly burger store? The roadside Ramly burger store may sell a burger for 2, 3 ringgit, whereas McDonald's burger go for 10, 15 ringgit. But why are people buying McDonald's burger? Why are people willing to spend that kind of money? Because McDonald's have found the right niche, have found the right way to market their product. Every kid knows McDonald's even before they step into McDonald's, even before their first McDonald's experience. They know what is McDonald's all about because they have good marketing strategy. They know who is their target audience. They know who are they trying to sell to, and they know what are the things that will appeal to those students, those consumer, and that's marketing. You know? And international business, that is another field that is growing nowadays. As we have seen over the years, more and more business have gone global. I was talking about McDonald's just now, so let's keep on with that as an example. McDonald's is a perfect example of an international business. It is a restaurant chain that exists in over 180 countries. Wherever you may be, whether you're in Malaysia, you're in Singapore, you're in France, UK, Australia, you recognize McDonald's from far away. You see the logo, you see the big M, you know you're at McDonald's. The decor is the same. Wherever you go, you step into McDonald's, you instantly feel that you know where you are comfortable with the menu, you're comfortable with the place. But at the same time, they cater to local market. For example, McDonald's in Malaysia is halal because Malaysia, being a predominantly Islamic country, non-halal product do not sell as well as halal product. But if you go to the US, for example, McDonald's is not halal. They have pork. So that is something that someone who is well-versed in international business would have studied in their degree, to understand the cultural differences in order to be able to expand the business into different regions, addressing the different needs of each region, at the same time being able to provide the right kind of image, the right kind of business without changing the core nature of the business. And nowadays, with the development of technology, we have a new area of business studies that have come out, which is digital media. Gone are the days where we are looking at newspapers and televisions. I don't even own the TV nowadays, and to many people that doesn't make sense. To the older generation, for example, my parents, they can't understand how can I not own a TV. But for young people, that is quite normal. You don't need a television. You get everything you need in terms of entertainment, in terms of news, on your phone, on your laptop, on your computers. And that is where all the informations are located nowadays. And businesses have to adapt to that as well, which include moving their marketing strategy, moving their promotional strategy, moving their entire business online. As we have seen over the last 1 year or so of COVID-19 pandemic, more and more things are happening online, and that's where digital media become really important. How do you reach a target audience that no longer depend on regular old school traditional media? How do you reach young consumers who spend most of their time on their digital platform, on their phones, on their laptops, advertising on Facebook, for example, advertising through your social media apps or through your gaming platform? That's what students of digital media would be learning. So as you can see, business is a broad term that covers a lot of areas. It's not just about I own a business, I have a shop, and I'm there sitting at the counter selling products. It is way more than that. People like Mark Zuckerberg, for example, people like Bill Gates, for example, people who own big businesses, they are not running everything themselves. They may be the CEO, they may be the managing directors, but they, as their business grow, they need people whose expertise in all these different areas of management, accounting, finances, marketing, and so on and so forth. And that's where a student of business will come into play. Okay, and that's why more and more nowadays, more and more students are actually recognizing that, and more students are after Form 5 are entering into the field of business studies. So what is business? It is not just, like I said, not just about owning a shop, managing a few shelves of groceries. It is serious stuff. It is huge. Businesses, big corporations like Microsoft, like Facebook, like Alibaba.com, Asia.com, these are big businesses, and they need a lot of people to make the business work in every single field. And that is why it is becoming more and more viable for a student after Form 5 to consider going into the study of business. And that is why it is becoming more and more encouraged for students to consider after Form 5, even if you are from a science background, to consider the possibility of joining a foundation in business to equip yourself, gearing yourself to move into a degree of business. Okay, and at Swinburne, we offered a whole range of majors for business students, accounting, finances, digital media, marketing. In fact, there's a lot more than what I mentioned just now. What I mentioned just now are just a few of the more popular majors. There are many other majors that I will not be able to cover in today's short sessions. But of course, the first step for you to do it, to get into such program after Form 5, is of course to sign up for a foundation program, which you can do with Swinburne Sarawak, or given your location, you may want to consider signing up with Regent International School that has been that are collaborating with us to offer the same foundation program on their campuses as we do here in ours. Okay, and that's my presentation for the moment. Back to you, Asrin.
All right, thank you so much, James, for the informative message that you have shared earlier on. All right, so now it's about time for us to answer if there is any queries or questions from students. All right, I believe there's no further questions from our students or audience. So let me invite Mr. Francis to share his message to our audience here.
Thank you, Azrin, and thank you, James, for inviting me to be a panelist today. Greetings, everyone, from Sungai Petani. My name is Francis. I'm the school principal here at Regent International School, Sungai Petani, Kedah. Now, I also have to thank Swinburne for this exciting partnership that we have in offering the foundation programs. I think this is the first time actually we are running an Australian foundation program a Swinburne University Foundation program. So it's an opportune moment for SPM students to take advantage of this, you know, and the timing is perfect. The results apparently is coming out on June the 10th, I believe. Another thing is that for SPM students, basically another great advantage for them is we provide convenience. Convenience meaning we are giving you a very safe and conducive home ground environment. You actually can commute from your homes to the school and head back. Of course, not only we are in communication with parents and the students, you know. Of course, we are waiting for more applications to come in, but many of them want to submit only after their results are out, you know. So they don't want to hantar the percubaan result. They want to wait for the exam result. So it's fine with us. Anyway, we have the window to accept such applications. Another thing is that I want to tell the SPM students who are on board today, I think it's a reality check. You know, a reality check meaning why is an option for an international degree or let's say an Australian degree a better option? Why? Because I've been a student counselor for the last 15 years. And I like to say this to SPM students, you know, the reason why an international degree, like an Australian degree, is more beneficial is that that's what most private sector, employers and multinational companies, they prefer to hire international graduates as compared to local graduates. I mean, it's a fact in Malaysia, currently there are tens of thousands of local graduates without jobs, you know. So I think Swinburne is offering an excellent option, an opportunity for the students to actually get an international degree from Australia by completely studying in Malaysia. And I really would urge the students to take up this opportunity. Of course, you've got the funds, you want to get your degree from Melbourne, please go ahead. So you have another option, not only getting an international degree in Malaysia, if you so wish to get it from Melbourne, by all means. But the thing is that currently with COVID and all that, we strongly urge students to take advantage of studying for their foundation program. Okay? Now, I mean, I would welcome students, you know, if you need any clarification or you need any more information, please feel free to call me on my mobile number. My mobile number is 012-387-3125. I'll repeat again, 012-387-3125. In fact, I've been in contact with, I think, so many students already. So please feel free to contact me. Okay. Thank you very much, Azrin and James.
Thank you so much, Mr. Francis, for the wonderful message for the students out there. All right, we actually have reached to the end of today's session. Thank you so much for attending our sessions. And thank you to James and Francis for the wonderful message. For your information, we are currently open and accepting applications for our June Foundation Intake at Regent International School. Should you need more information on this, please feel free to contact Mr. Francis and his team at the numbers given earlier on. Till then, stay safe and goodbye. Thank you.